I'm back on Transport Fever 2 for my second episode of the series. On the first episode, if you missed it, we basically just randomly generated a map. We had a quick look around. I picked a basic line to start with, which was a farm into a food processing here in Wardwich. It's now producing 34 of 85 food that it demands, with a nice little 50% bonus there for the town to grow. We are making a profit on both of these truck lines, and we're ready to move on to something a little bit more complex, and that will be a crude line for Kendall, who wants fuel. And we're going to run it up here to the fuel and then all the way up to processing the oil. And we could probably connect up stains to fuel as well. So it's not too complicated, but it's got a lot more parts to it than that simple food line that we put in to start with. So I think I'll start by getting rid of this road, and we'll run a truck line up into Kendall to start with. We'll run a truck line on both of these crude lines, and then we'll run rail from Kendall to Auckland and Auckland up to Staines. And that'll be our first train line going in. I think I'll put the train line right here on the edge of town. I like to give myself some space when I put a cargo line in, but because that's the fuel right next door to us here that they demand, it'll probably be a little bit, probably be a good idea just to put it here instead of out over there to the right where I would probably normally put it, and then truck the goods that are delivered to the rail line. I would typically truck them in. Do we want a longer line? Yeah, we want a longer station here. No catenary. One line will be enough here for the rail, because this is just a crude, and then it'll bring the fuel back. So it'll be basically one train, one line to get started with. We need to connect these roads back up again. I'm just thinking, this is really close to the city, so I should probably put a city street in here. To encourage them to expand all the way out to, say, about here. And then the normal road that I would use is country road, medium, 80 kilometers an hour. We're going past this. What is that? That's the tools factory. We'll end up hooking into that. Just not today. Okay, we need a truck station. And we'll need to extend I keep hitting that delete button. I do it all the time. The loading platform will extend out to 5. And we'll make it a drive-through. And we can connect this road up. Does that work okay? No. That's ugly. I'm a little fussy, guys, with some of my connections. I don't just speed run through, and if I'm too slow or I'm too fussy with how long I take with some stuff, I apologize. It's just a me thing. I don't know, you know, how many players have a similar affliction, but I definitely suffer from it. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm not an expert at the game, but if I could make things look a little nicer along the way, I might come back here and decorate some of this later on, or just improve the look about the place. I definitely take time in my games to do that. Not at the start though. We've got to start making some money first. I would typically just put this truck station just here. Um, but to be honest, I'm not sure I want it actually riding close here. I might want it just a little bit further away, just to leave myself some room for decision making later. So like any other goods that I bring to this town, more than likely will go down south there, where they demand goods at the moment. So maybe just out here, it'll leave myself enough room if I want to put a um, a bus station in with a passenger line. I prefer that to be in closer than the truck station. The trucks can travel. I like to keep the trucks as much out of town as possible. Okay, line in. This will be I need to fix this line one. We'll make them wait maybe 2 minutes. I don't know why I'm changing that, to be honest. This is crude, and up in the town that will be cargo, I guess. The line itself is a road line. And I'll need some trucks. So we'll get a road depot. I like to back these off the station just a little, just to, if I want to put in some warehousing later on, I just get in the habit of not putting them on top of each other. As you can see here, if you were here for the first episode, my truck list is back to the standard in game. I did remove that mod that was throwing up all of the trucks for the whole game, and my game's running. It seems to be running okay. The fact that I took that mod out, um, I think we'll just go with the Studebakers for now. Um, they give you a bit of a bonus if you pick the tank truck. So wherever possible, I'll pick the specific type of. 3 should be good, right? To get started with. It'll probably need a lot more than that. Yeah, we'll definitely hook into those tools a bit later. But for now, this episode, we are definitely focusing on fuel and making an actual profit, starting to make some money. But we're going to spend some serious cash here. So this will be a much busier station. I'll need 2 tracks here, maybe even 4 in the future, but we'll just get 2 tracks down here. We'll put it in hopefully far enough away from the factory that we can get some warehouses in here. Just try and get a spot that's, I don't know what the right distance is. Maybe that's good enough. Let's check. Oh, yes, we've got links there. I like that. That was lucky. That was a bit of a fluke. Not down this end though. But one end is good enough to get the link on. Yeah, see? All right, trucks. We'll get rid of this road here. And we'll put a truck station on at both ends. Listening back over my first episode, again, I'll apologise for the rubbish mic. You know, I will get there with a new one. This one here is just a delivery point, so we just put the drive-through here. We don't need any extensions. This one will take the normal extension. It's super sensitive, this mic, but not very loud. So it picks up every tiny little squeak, and picked up the puppy crying last episode. Right now, it'll be interesting to see where it picks up the dog snoring, sleeping right next to me. That's not me snoring, if you can hear it. I'm obviously awake, or kind of awake. That's done. We need the truck stop, the truck depot. We also have construction work happening today. That'll be interesting to see whether they're building a building right next door to me. So, like literally 100 feet away for you people that use feet. About, I don't know. Yeah, that's good enough. About 100 foot away from where I'm sitting right now. This is set up line 1 with a wait time, crude and fuel. It's a road line for Auckland. I really don't like this extended name, to be honest. I'm going to take a minute here, guys. I'm just going to get rid of the bishop off the name. Just delete it. Boom. Done. It's a simple change, and if I do it now, I probably should have identified that. Like, I'll try and remember that in the future. If I don't not like the city name, it's not that I don't like it. I just don't like really long extended ones. We'll call that a fuel station right now, but it isn't really. It's going to be a depot. We'll change the actual name of the town. And so all future things that I build around that town will just automatically come up as Auckland. A little bit of a skip there. I don't know what that'll come out like in the editing process, but or in the rendering. The game is pretty stable. I think they've done a really good job with it. There are a couple of things that are kind of weird with the game, but typically all around, I'm really impressed with this game. All right, I put the squared that off just for the railway line, and same again. I'll want to keep a little bit off the road here to give myself some space for for warehousing in the future if it's needed. Because these first stations usually later on turn out to be fairly busy, right? And unless it's something simple, just like a simple food line, but when it's this close to these three cities, which are going to be obviously linked together, I've missed it by heaps this time. Look at that. I definitely need to get better at judging that distance. How do I fix this? Just a little link here should just do for now, right? I mean, it's not going to let me do that. Definitely not. No, I didn't think so. Later on, when I do put in the line of warehouses and fix it up, I'll fix this up. I'll fix this up a little better. My dog is sleeping right next to me, and I don't have the heart to wake her up just to stop her snoring. So if you're hearing it, I apologize. Again, I don't know whether these videos are bearable enough to watch or listen to. Not much I can do about the mic at the moment, so if that's too much, I understand. The zooming, I am going to try and control the zooming. No, we don't want a catenary on the rail line. Here we go. We need to link. Kendall, where are you? Oh, you're over here. Yeah. Okay, straight up here. And with across that road, we'll deal with that later. That's actually got a lot of traffic connection on that. No, why'd you jump across like that? Look, I just want it straight. It just jumped. Did that just jump again? Or is that just my eyes? Let's try it again. Okay. Straight line. Boom. Yeah, that's better. Okay, thank you. We'll probably get a little bit of an S-bend coming into the... Yeah, that's okay though. I don't mind that. I mean, I don't need everything perfectly straight, and you know, and later on I'll be forced to be moving around these towns and obstacles along the way. Everything's not going to be straight line, that's for sure. But where I can straight line something, I will. Especially if it doesn't really cost me any extra. Yeah, that's okay. Straight line there and just bring it around. That's fine. Do that. And we'll definitely double line this side. This side's going to be twice as busy as the other side, so... Because it'll be bringing two lots of crude up. Compared to the bottom half. It'll only have one. Okay, we need to crisscross these. And we're looking for about 100k an hour. 100 kilometer speed limit. All right, this is not good. And this, I don't know whether this PC problem, I don't think it is from watching content, but this is definitely a console problem of getting your crossovers to work. But here's the trick. One back. There's the trick. You just saw it. Okay, one back. It'll work every time for you. Well, I shouldn't say every time. Sometimes on cornered crossovers, you might want to go two back. But on a straight line crossover, they're very difficult to do if you want to aim for 100 plus. Even if you go for 120 on your crossovers, the one back thing, that you really need to do that for the. And what I mean by one back, I'm sure you understand what one back means. I'm just moving the blue circle one spot backwards away from the crossover, so that second crossover is just a touch longer, and it gives the game just that little bit extra for it to calibrate the crossover. Otherwise, it's totally random. I can't work out why sometimes it does and why sometimes it doesn't. To be honest, I have no clue. Okay, first train line going in. This is crude from Kendall to Auckland. We don't really need any settings here. We'll just name it and move on. The second half of the line is Auckland fuel up to Staines oil. We will want to make sure it's on the right side of the track down here, and it is. It's got its own line. We want to make it wait, right? We definitely want it. We'll just call this oil. But at Auckland here at the fuel, when it's picking up the crude, we definitely want that to wait. 3 minutes is fine. It's an oil line to Staines. I don't think I asked them to wait here. Yeah, let's tell them to wait on the Kendall half of the line as well. And actually, these guys are going to bring back fuel, right? So in this instance, I don't actually tell all my stations and trains what to pick up and what to drop off. But in this case, I might get fussy and just say, look, you're picking up oil and you're taking it to the destination, fuel. You're picking up fuel and that's all you're doing. Later, on more complex runs, especially with box cars and with state cars, where you're carrying multiple items, maybe I'll be more specific on what I want them to carry or what I don't want them to carry in some cases. But for now, I don't worry about that too much. I like my depot, my train depots along the line here in general, back far enough so I could still put in a crossover later at the same level, lined up with the line. The question is, do I want a line space or do I want to be right up against it? Do I want to leave room for expansion? No. They're only $20,000 to put in. Yeah, it's not a big deal later on, to move those. So I just want them to be convenient at the start here. And let's put another one up the other end because I've got a single line down the other end. Yeah, flat ground, level with the tracks, and no expansion. Let's just put that right on top of the line there. There you go. Link that in. It's just got to be short of the crossover. There we go. I'm not even going to worry about a signal on that. At this point, there's not even any traffic on the line. That's probably going to need to move later when these lines get a bit more complex, and I'll worry about that then. So we got the truck lines in. Do we go? Can we say go now? Okay, we got trucks on the move. I probably don't have oil moving yet, right? No. No, I don't have oil moving because I don't have any trains on the line. There's not, yeah, that's not, there's not even any trucks on this line. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. Um, I, I wasn't concentrating. I will do better. This this needs trucks, and the trains need to be in place because we need to get this. So what I was saying before was that the raw material of crude just needs to get to the oil depot, and then it'll start producing. It doesn't actually need to get back all the way to the town delivery at this point. The second half does, but the first half really just needs to get to Staines Oil Refinery. But in saying that, I need to basically put the entire line in to get up to Staines. So I'll need trains on both these lines running to get all the way up there. We'll just go with we just need 80. Do I need to go 100 or 120? Here's a little diesel. I could go with this little diesel. That's kind of, it's probably the first diesel around. But I think we'll start with steam. That's 100 Ks at 900 horsepower, the Atlantic. I think I like this Mikado. It only does 80, but it's got 1600 horsepower at 228 torque. And it'll last till 65. That's 15 years away. And the reason why I only need 80 Ks is these smaller cars that we start off with, 80 kilometers an hour. I mean, I don't need the 120 yet. I'm not starting at the 120. Starting at 80, 240 lengths. Do I need to push it all the way to 239? I can probably go a little shorter. In fact, look, let's just buy it. This train is not going to fill up for a little while. That's for sure. But let's in this case, let's just get it on the line. This second train from Auckland to Staines, this will be full every single time. This on this end, it will definitely be full. And we'll just go with the same train. You know, in different areas, in different regions, I'll keep the same type of trains, and then when I switch over to another area on the map, I might run a completely different lineup of engines and carriages just to separate the regions out. Especially then if you've got a train moving from one region to the other on a long haul, say in between hubs. You'll have some variation then of trains moving from area to area. But for now, this is what I picked for here, and we'll stick with it. And we press play for our first train. The crowd goes wild. We have our first engine. Okay, that's enough of that. Uh, are you picking up crude? We need crude. Yes, you're picking up crude. Are you picking up crude? Yes, you've already left. Beautiful. Um, okay, let's get a couple extra trucks on here. One should be enough. Maybe. This is a short line, right? Oh, look at that. Fortichori needs conmats. We can do that. We are definitely going to be doing conmats. Um, just thinking here, like this is going to start expanding and it's going to be fuel in this area. So if I encourage them to build in this area, that's definitely a good idea. I could connect straight up through the middle there and knock. Do I really want to knock out a building at this point of the game, like right at the start? Not really. All right, so what if I connect up on this road here, and then if I put a warehouse connection here, it might well link up that other half of the fuel that, as you can see, is not linked. There's fuel on that side of the town which is not linked up to the demand on the rail line. Please link, please. No, no. What about down here? No, no. Okay. Um, I don't know what the solution is necessarily to this problem I'm having with building train stations. I guess this will be a fix just for now. A medium warehouse, extend the road down, and that will get it linked. I don't need the warehouse space right now anyway. I probably won't for a while down this end. Um, but that should, yes, we're still missing a couple there, but it's only like three. We've got the majority of them, and now if they expand into that area, they're automatically covered by the train station. We don't even have a truck delivery going into Kendall yet. Not that we need one yet for this line to get started to work, um, but it's covered by the rail station anyway. We're going to need a few here as well, aren't we? Let's let's get some more trucks on these lines. And this is a little longer, and it's just a pickup, so it can pick up from both sides. There's no delivery happening there. The train has left. The train is left with only a small amount of crude. Oh, and our Staines oil train has actually arrived. I just caught the money that I've spent this, what is it, this quarter. 17 million to build this line. Oh, we don't have enough trucks here. It's already building up, 21. What's a truck carry? 16? Something like that. Yeah, 16. And do the same here. Just simply get them to not queue on one platform, but to queue on two. Basically, you can have two trucks queued up, ready to go. Loading. Yeah, and you guys are handling that fine. Okay, so you're good. I'm happy with that. Um, I don't want this train to leave, do I? The last thing I want is for this train to pull out like right now. So I can control this train. I just simply change the length of time it waits here. 5 minutes. See, that's me being the controller. Back controller, that's me. You can't leave until I say you can leave. That sounds very control freak like. Okay. Don't worry, Sims. No one's watching this anyway. Okay, that was straight in, straight out. Dropped as crude into the other train very quickly because it was carrying hardly any. But we do have a half. We have half capacity already. 112. Do we send it? Do we send it half full? Oh, I can see two trucks coming down here now. Let's what's that? 16, 32, 44. We'll wait till these two trucks drop off, and then we can tell this guy to move along, move along, move along. Okay, you got your 144. Let's move. Let's go, go, go. And we just set it back to 3 minutes. He can wait 3 minutes when he comes back down. He might not be waiting that long. This train should actually run full every time up now. And that is our fuel line. We're not going to deliver to Staines yet, though. What we really should think about is what we're doing next episode, because that's pretty much done now. For now, anyway. Um, what's up here? This is the con mats. We will look at doing the con mats, and we want the tools online as well for up here. So it'd be cool if we got tools and con mats done. And the tools are simple. It's just get there's some logs up here as well to the north, and we can bring them down. We get those logs into the lumber mill. Look, guys, I'm really happy with this. Thank you so much for sticking around. This is working just nicely. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay.